I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust the rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to Earth to elucidate the way that we should be.
What?
Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't blaspheme and I don't brag. I don't cuss and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga. Let his light shine through ya. Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's our homie MC, JC, you see. He's an honest, caring, peace-loving nigga like me.
Stay on him. Roger that, got him. Staying on him.
What is up, boys? We are back in Arctic region and today we are rolling in the 1357 GF. Now normally the 1357 GF does not look like this. It's normally green with a white stripe, but here I have the Elevate camo on, the new Elevate camo on for that matter. And this is a tank that I used to play a lot back in the day, and I've just recently revisited this tank since the new 9.18 patch update. And I'm coming to the spotting location and shooting these guys as they cross. Now remember, this tank was the original gangster, the Wargaming League Grand Finals tank. This was the year before the Black Dog. So the previous year before the Black Dog, this was it. This was the first one. And this is a tier 7 French autoloader with an 8-clip magazine. The standard AP shells have 143 penetration, while the APCR does 195 penetration. Now before the 9.18 update, this tank was not for everyone. It's not an easy tank to play. It was quite challenging. You really need to flank your customers because frontally you're not going to be able to do a lot of damage. Just simply because of the matchmaking, you were matched up against typically tier 9s and 10s. It's very common. You were never ever top tier. So it was very difficult. 143 penetration was very difficult. A lot of the times you were running with the APCR rounds, and even with the APCR rounds you only do 90 damage per shot. That's right, you heard me right, 90 damage per shot. But these days, since the 9.18, I decided that you do not need to roll with a lot of APCR. In fact, I only carry 24 APCR and the rest are in AP. And as you can see, this game is an all tier 7 matchup. Now even though this is an all tier 7 matchup, I'm still a light tank, and a lot of people that I need to shoot are tier 7 heavies, which are challenging and to penetrate. Now the novelty about this tank is the 8-clip magazine fires off every second. That's it. That's right, you heard me right. You can shoot off all 8 shells in 8 seconds. 1 second intra-clip reload. Now the funny thing about this tank is the aim time. In the standard aim time is 2.21 seconds. Now even I'm running BIA crew here. I'm running the vents, and I'm even running the strong coffee, and the lowest I can get it down to is about 2.02 seconds, which basically means I can fire off quicker than I can aim. So if you really want your shells to count, and you really do need to, because you are limited in the number of shells you can carry. I think you can carry like 60 shells maximum, 36 on AP and 24 on APCR is what I have here right now. I think that's correct. There are no HE shells. To make every shell count, you need to make sure that you are fully aimed. So with the 2-second or so aim time, it isn't very good at all. As you can see, we are down 5 tanks here. At one point we are down 6 tanks. This game is not looking good at all. But the magic about this tank is mobility and the clip. You can quickly relocate, quickly reload, because the reload time is only about 15 seconds, and you can quickly do that, clip someone, run away, relocate, snipe from a distance because of your although it doesn't have any camo built, it doesn't have any camo skin that it can accept on the you know, when you buy camo and shit, because this tank already comes with invisible camo, which means even though it does not have any camo, it has already camo built into the mechanics. Does that make any sense? You can't buy any camo from the regular store where you pay gold or credits. It has already built-in camo, but it doesn't look like camo, if that makes any sense to you. So anyway, I am running vertical stabilizer, which you can do right now. Before the 9.18 patch, you couldn't run vertical stabilizers, you can only run the GLD. But now you can run vertical stabilizers, which I do have on now. And I'm also running the vents. And what is the other thing that I have? Oh damn, I forget what I have in this tank. Just let me check it out in my live game. I have optics, that's right. So I have optics, vents, and vertical stabilizer. Now, I think it is a good idea to run GLD. I might try that out in the future, maybe in the next game or whatever. But I think it is a good option. It is a possible option. It is a viable option. I won't laugh at you if you run GLD on this, because if you can decrease that aim time when you're shooting, you know, when you're shooting, you're mostly in a stopped position anyway, right? So you're going to benefit from the GLD if you have it on. And if I can fire, and if I can aim as quick as I can fire every second, that would be amazing. If I can get this reload time down to about 1.5 seconds, I think that would be very beneficial to the performance of this tank. At this point in time, we've managed to pull it back to 10 apiece, and I've done about 1800 damage. I've only got 13 shells left of AP and 4 of APCR. I need to be doing much better with my shooting. So now it's a matter of cleaning up the game, I guess. We've almost won it by now, but you can't take the tier 7 heavies for granted. They are heavies after all. They can easily one-shot me because I have no more health left. So I gotta be careful here. And I also need to make sure that I don't waste any more ammo, as I only have 1.5 clips left. 1 full clip of AP and 4 shells APCR. I am on the artillery hunt. I'm sure he's left and run down south by now. I'm just taking the precautionary way, you could say. I mean, I need to be careful. Try not to overextend and be overconfident and throw this game away. So I'm just trying to be careful here, make sure that I approach this cautiously. And at this point I spot the artillery. He's gonna fire off, he knows he's gone, he's firing off a shot, and I will finish him off in 4 shots, which leaves me 8 shells to finish out the game. Now for those of you who are not familiar with this tank, this was the first WGL Grand Finals, the celebration tank. And I think at that time when it was released, it was retailed for $16 US plus a garage slot. You can also run your light tanks in it, and I think I have my 1390 crew in it, which means it has a pretty decent crew. I think it's a 4-skill crew at the moment, and if you do have a 4-skill crew in it, then it is going to serve you well. I've run out of my AP shells, and my last 4 APCR shells I am going to waste on this guy. He is stunned, and at this distance the penetration is slightly lower, so I bounce a few. And I'm completely out of shells, so I decide to head to the cap and cap it out. So anyway, let's jump straight to the results. 2600 damage, about 750 assisted spotting or whatever you call it, 3 kills, and an ace tanker over 1300 XP.